for this very first Soul Food Sundays of, well, no, because it's actually going to be released on New Year's Eve. So it won't be the first Soul Food Sundays of 2024 unless you don't catch it on the day that it premieres. In that case, it will be the very first Sunday, Soul Food Sundays for the new year. And Happy New Year. I hope that you guys are well. If you've been following the channel, then you know that I have not been posting much. I have really been in the cocoon, honey. I've been nesting, I've been hibernating, I've been reflecting and detoxing and decluttering and just preparing for whatever shift is coming in for me. I'm in very good spirits, and I hope that you all are as well. And I had not wanted to do a reading or do anything unless I was being very intuitively led to do it. And today, I very much felt like doing a reading. Just saw 111, which is very significant to the time we're in as we are starting a new chapter with the new calendar year approaching. So I'm excited about it. I actually don't really honor the Gregorian calendar's new year. I more so honor the spring equinox as New Year's, which also happens to be my birthday. But that's also the astrological New Year's, when the astrological cycle starts over. And so New Year's, the Gregorian calendar's New Year's, is actually like the fourth quarter for me, a time to reflect and start to kind of plan and wrap my mind around what it is that I'm wanting to manifest or to bloom in the spring. So just in alignment, like a true high priestess should, with the seasons and the cycles of nature. That's kind of how I, for the past few years, and honestly even before that, have been moving and grooving. And so it has worked for me, and I'm not gonna change it up now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So in that regard, I figured I would bring forth some messages from the divine that would better help all of us to prepare for the new year, or step into the new year with more awareness or consciousness. And it's so in alignment because I've already pulled some cards from the Quantum Oracle, right? And 2 cards fell out, and then of course, you know, I pulled what's at the top and what's at the bottom of the deck. What came out is one that we've been getting for the past, I think, month or two in the zodiac readings. And it's also very significant because 2024 is a universal year 8 according to numerology. 8s are symbolic of abundance, power, significant balance. There go my numerology book right over there. Yeah, hold on. I meant to grab this book before I push play. So we're gonna tap into the significance of the number 8 before I tell y'all what came out in the cards. Keep in mind, if you're familiar with the Lionsgate portal, this year will be a 888 portal. In the years past, we've had an 88 portal. This year will be amplified. So the Lionsgate on August 8th will be very significant. The Sirius portal opens up at sometime in July, and it peaks on August 8th. So that's a very huge time of manifestation. I think everything is just going to be amplified in 2024. And one thing for certain, and 2 things for sure, with that significance in power, You're going to be shown where you are not stepping into your power. You're going to be provided opportunities to step into your power. You're going to be shown who may be draining you of your power, what is draining you of your energy and your power. And so for many of us, this universal 7 year of 2023 has been preparing us for what is to come and present itself to us in 2024, being a universal year 8. And what's coming out in this reading so far is giving that phrase or that saying that luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So if you've been preparing, you've been doing the work, you've been doing that shadow work, you've been doing the light work, you've been tapping into your duality, your dual nature, you've been doing your inner child healing, self-love work. Like, if you really been going deep and working on yourself, breaking those toxic patterns, addictions, separating yourself from people who've drained your energy, abused you, speaking up for yourself, aligning your chakras. If you've been preparing, you're gonna feel like you've hit the jackpot when that preparation is met with some opportunity and you ready to go. You got everything aligned and in order to receive the abundance of the luck that is coming in for you. You're able to seize those opportunities. Also, what will be very significant for this upcoming year, the number 8 card in the tarot is strength. So in the original Rider-Waite, the strength card is pretty much the Empress taming, the using her genuine, caring, calm, soothing nature, just saw 7-11, to calm the beast within, which is the lion. And so sometimes we deal with people, or we encounter people who have an animalistic nature about themselves, and as a divine feminine, or as one who has tapped into their divine feminine energy, regardless of gender, it is our sacred responsibility to stay cool, calm, collected, patient, and show our inner strength instead of feeling like we gotta flex our muscle and tap into our ego. And for a lot of us, that animalistic nature of the other individual, or the other entity, or whatever, is their ego. And so we're lion tamers in that way. For some of us, strength is tapping into your lion energy and having courage, stepping forward like the king of the jungle, in order to get shit done. And so those are things that we want to be mindful of as we move into damn, I just turned to the page of strength. Those are things we want to pay attention to as we move into the new year of 2024. And it says here 8 as a temporary vibration is responsibility, money, business, and karma. As ye sow, so shall ye reap. Harvest season. Have you prepared for what is to come? Have you prepared yourself to receive? That's why I'm detoxing my home, cleansing and decluttering my home, because whatever God got for me in this new season, I want to have room for it. And ain't no need in me keeping some of this shit that I don't use, don't wear, don't need, don't want, after having evolved over this past year, when I could be getting rid of that stuff or giving it to somebody or whatever, and making room for, you know, some things that are more aligned with who I've evolved to be. So it says, this truth will be most evident under an 8. You will receive exactly what you deserve during this karmic period, because it is a time to receive payments and pay debts. Since 8 rules the material plane, if you've sown wisely, you can expect recognition and rewards. You may get the raise or promotion you've been waiting for, along with more responsibility and pressure. Get ready to evolve if you've been doing that work, to be elevated, to get that raise or to get that promotion. If you've been working hard, you've been planting good seeds, you're going to receive a good harvest. If you have not, you're going to get what you deserve. 2024 is not coming to play. And that's on a personal level. Imagine what that shit gonna look like on a grander scale in terms of the collective and the world. You know what I'm saying? If you've been planning a business venture, this is the time to start by building a solid foundation. That balance. Gotta have that balance and building that strong foundation for what it is that you want to bring forth. So if you got new ideas, a new relationship, a new home, like any form of a new beginning that you want to bring into fruition, this is the time to make sure that the foundation is strong. So taking care of your credit, or in terms of relationships, like making sure y'all having them deep conversations and investing in one another so that the relationship can grow. Whatever you watering, you need to make sure that's really what you want. It says, face practical reality and put your finances in the black. Success on the material level is yours. Eights are all about abundance. Gonna have more than enough if you in alignment with it. So make sure your projects are financially profitable. Be efficient, organized, and concerned with tangible results. You will need energy and ambition to respond to the call that you now hear. The inner drive for physical accomplishment is paramount. So that, I was calling myself reading the card for Oh, also it's saying here that the 8 energy is symbolic of the Kundalini, which, oh yeah, because the Kundalini is significant to the infinity sign and the snake that is coiled and swallows its tail. So talking about that limitless infinite energy, and having that energetic uprising within you from your root to your crown, and the infinity symbol turned upside right side up is the number 8. So yeah, all of that ties in together as well. It says the serpent represents the Kundalini or life force, which in undeveloped persons lies coiled 3.5 times at the base of the spine. This force must be elevated to transform the individual to a more spiritually oriented person, so that you can have that even more elevated crown chakra activation and be able to tap in with your ancestors and spirit guides and other realms more. All transformations in nature are actually specialized manifestations of this Kundalini force. The only 2 numbers that can be written over and over without ending are 8 and 0. As such, they represent divine power. The number 8 represents material power as well. In key 8, we direct this life force through suggestion. The woman is the subconscious mind controlling body functions and directing the amounts of vital force that the body receives. She also receives and acts upon suggestions from the conscious mind. Her dominion over the lion is through gentle and spiritual power rather than by brute force. That's talking about that symbolism in the number 8. I think I'm gonna make that the thumbnail so that those of you who have never seen that image of the strength card can see it. And I think, I don't know, check the folder for when I used to do what was the name of that, entertainment with somebody else, and we would do the major arcana, and I'm almost certain we made it to the strength, but we would do it one time. Like 1 month it would be on her channel, the next month it would be on mine. So it might be in the folder, in my playlist folders, entertainment, where we're going through the major arcanas, and that'll give you more information about the strength card if it is there. But it says the roses around the woman and the lion form a chain. Roses representing desire must be tended and properly cared for. In this context, a chain of roses is a series of cultivated desires. Any suggestion emanating from a desire sets up a chain reaction in the subconscious that eventually results in manifestation. Again, watch what you're watering, because you will manifest it. The rose in the context of the strength energy is speaking to desire, and what you desire will manifest. And so in this year of 2024, we want to learn to really harness that energy and also work with, which I've been doing here lately. And it's so ironic how I went, as soon as I colored my hair red, I started to work in a more shamanic way with the rose, like in my meditations, in my products, my spiritual baths. I already have been working with my Lavera rose oil, which is the oil that I created in honor of my great grandmother that I actually sell. But I've expanded how I'm working with the energy of the rose in a very shamanic way. But yeah, this 8 energy with this universal 8 year that we stepping into ain't no hope. If you don't have this book, Numerology and the Divine Triangle, this has been one of my tried and true reference books when it comes to numerology for a few years now. It's dope. I actually found it at the thrift store, but you probably can find it on Amazon or whatever. It's by Faith Javane, Javane, and Dusty Bunker. It's a classic. But finally to the cards, honey. So we got happy success. Our homeboy with his shirt wide open and in the presence of the ancestors and spirit guides and this sunshine energy all over him. Happy as I'll get out, experiencing happy success in this 8 of consciousness energy. So you got the number 8 showing up front and center for this universal 8 year that we're going into, right? And happy success for us, not just success according to society standards, you know, big house, white picket fence, 2 kids and a dog, you know what I'm saying, a condo, a deluxe apartment in the sky, material shit that actually genuinely makes you happy, not the shit that's gonna look good on paper but then you go home and you're miserable, you're lonely, you got debt and bills out the wazoo and you can't enjoy the creature comforts that you've acquired because you haven't taken care of the shit that's going on with you deep down, you know, or your skeletons in the closet. Like happy, for real happy, like free happy, liberated happy success, not just worldly success. In order to have that, you're going to have to make sure you're in this 2 energy of planning and action. These are the 2 cards that fell out. You're going to have to pay attention to detail. You're going to have to put pen to paper. You're going to have to strategize and put some shit really in motion. You're going to have to do your research and really give some thought if you're not already feeling like you're in this energy or know what this would look like for you. Give some thoughts of what this would look like for you and then really start strategizing and putting pen to paper, or as they say, going balls to the wall to manifest it and obtain it. Because again, what you put your energy toward is what you're going to manifest in this year of 2024. So I would suggest y'all invest in some journals. This being a 2 energy, I also would suggest that you take inventory of your people, the people that are in your life. Tools can very well speak to balance in relationships. So what relationships do you have that would help you achieve happy success? Because if you got something that's pulling on your energy, that's draining you, that's taking up all your time or your resources, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to draw them boundaries, and some of them people you're going to have to cut out. And for some of us, the work that we did in 2023 was preparing for this happy success. It was the work to cut some of that shit out, draw those boundaries. I'm sounding like a round robot all of a sudden. Anyway, speak up. Speak up. Use that throat chakra. Say what you need to say to who you need to say it to. Unapologetically stand up for yourself, because what is at risk for you is happy success. You do not want to repeat a cycle because you are afraid to, I can't talk, because you are afraid to end the cycle. So you want to be mindful of that. At the top of the deck, we have deserving. Know that you are worthy. And that's even more reason why you got to speak up. Know your worth. Know that you are worthy of happy success. Know that whatever time, energy, or resources that you put into planning and action, it's worth it. You're worth it. Again, the work that we did in 2023, coming to know our worth, coming to embody that the slogan. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got the wrong font for this tattoo, but to thine own self be true. You got to put you first. And so whatever makes you happy, know that you are worthy of it, that it is your birthright, that you are deserving of abundance. And you know, when I see this card, I'm thinking about Oshun, big Oshun energy, worthy of love and success and money and prosperity and comfort. This is good, big old solar plexus energy, confidence, life force energy. This woman is standing outside of a castle. And this even further speaks to that whole partnering responsibly and intentionally type of energy that I was talking about, because this is the 6 of consciousness, which speaks to balance in relationships as well, supporting the message of the 2 of energy. Whatever planning and action that you are doing, be very conscious of your standards, your boundaries, what you feel worthy of, because the people that you entertain and put your time and effort and energy into are a reflection of that. And when you do that, you're able to move forward, because in the midst of this happy success and working toward it, the planning and the action that you take, the boots on the ground type action that you take to move toward and maintain happy success, in the midst of that, you're going to encounter some dark thoughts, the 3 of consciousness. When other entities come in, outside entities come in and creep in, and that fear sets in and that doubt sets in, and you feel like you're going through a maze, and you had a whole plan mapped out and everything looked clear, and then here come the obstacles. Your worthiness, your confidence is the thing that's going to lead you to a happy ending, happy success, and also help you to stay optimistic when you reach that goal, or as you move through reaching that goal, throughout the process of reaching that goal with the 1 of consciousness. So what this is telling me, with all this consciousness energy coming through, all this big Oshun energy coming through, all this sunshiny, bright solar plexus energy that's coming through, is no matter how dark it looks or gets throughout this upcoming year, the key to moving through it is to know that it's just a matter of your consciousness. It's a matter of your mind state. It's a matter of how you shift the consciousness from fear or lack consciousness to an empowering, more empowering form of abundance consciousness. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't have what God done already told you is yours. Don't let nobody tell you that the moves that you're making to get closer to or to achieve what God has said is already yours. Don't let no person tell you that you're wrong or that you shouldn't. Stay optimistic. This woman is focused. This is, I look to the hills from which cometh my help. All my help coming from the Lord. She ain't looking back at the crowd or whoever behind her. She's got all of this abundance around her. Her arms are wide open. She's in a receptive energy, open to receive abundance in whatever form God brings it into her. She's optimistic that not only will she have all of her needs met, but also all of her wants and desires. Again, be mindful of your desires. So this is the road to preparation that many of us, like I said, have already done in the years leading up to 2024, especially 2023. I know for me, 2023 was my personal year 4, which was all about laying foundations. And so in 2024, in 2023, this year was all about laying foundation, but in 2024, I'm expecting to reap some plentiful harvest because your girl worked her ass off. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, shit, physically. I did the things. And so, like this woman, I'm standing optimistic through everything that I've gone through. Y'all don't know the half. Through everything that I have experienced, everything that God has moved me through, the ancestors have carried me through. I'm standing just like this woman with this pretty yellow dress, confident, optimistic about what is to come. I'm optimistic about where I am now, and I promise you, it ain't all roses. It ain't. I'm gonna clarify this reading with the vice versa deck, and we're gonna go with whatever falls face up, because these cards have images on both sides of the deck. So whatever is face up is what's speaking to us. Spirit, please clarify this message for the collective at this time. This is a really dope message of what we can look forward to in 2024. For many of you, until you get to that place of feeling worthy of what you desire, you're going to have a hard time getting to it. That's where people like me come in to help you with the shadow work, with the hard conversations, with the tools, with the whatever is needed. You know what I'm saying? To help get you to that point of feeling worthy of what you desire, regardless of your past, regardless of what it looked like. Man, listen. The Eight of Pentacles. You got this man here. He working hard. He's focused. The Eight of Pentacles speaks to hard work and focus. But you also got this child here watching. Because the effort that you're putting forth, your inner child is there reaping the benefit as well. Your inner child is proud of the work that you're doing, the planning and the action and the preparation that is taking place. Because your inner child is like, yeah, I know we went through sexual abuse. I know we went through emotional abuse. I know we were abandoned and neglected. I know we grew up in a toxic environment. We grew up in the hood, or we grew up in a household where there was domestic violence, or we grew up poor. I know we went with that and were bullied. But I'm proud to see you as an adult focused on what you want regardless of all of that, and doing what's best for not only you, but me, the inner child. Being intentional about making sure that I'm safe, making sure that I'm happy. So that is dope. And again, no dark energy. So there's some effort being put forward here that is not only beneficial to this masculine energy that's sitting there working, but also that is benefiting this child. And for some of you, this work, it's not only the inner child, but it's future generations that this work that you'll be putting forth in 2024 is going to benefit as well. So this is very much like putting forth the effort to build a legacy. So keep that in mind as you are doing your long-term planning and putting forth action. And at the top of the deck, we got this Three of Swords energy. And you got a guy, he's sitting here in the rain, and he got his armor on. There are three swords in this shield. And there's a flower, I'm not sure what it is, but it's blue, so I know it's specific to healing in some way, as well as the throat chakra. But that rain has come after some heartbreak. The rain comes to purify and clean up all that murky shit, all that trauma. The rain and the water comes to purify the heart, the mind of those things that would stand in the way of moving toward what you desire. Those things that would stand in the way of you feeling worthy. So where there has been heartbreak at one point, there's now healing. I'm gonna read the message of this three of swords. It says, a knight sits bareheaded in the rain, contemplating the sword-pierced shield. The rainwater is gathering in pools that encroach upon the scene, flooding the low-lying surroundings. Behind the shield, unseen by the knight, is a blue chrysanthemum that rises from the stones. The knight may be the one whose sword is pierced, or he may be mourning a lost comrade, or perhaps regretting his own part in this action. Your circumstances will tell how to interpret this presence here. But clearly there is sorrow betokened by his disregard for discomfort as the rain pelts down on him. The chrysanthemum is a funeral flower representing both grief and hope for an afterlife. Earthly chrysanthemums do not come in blue, so this is a symbol of the spirit's endurance. Even after everything that you've gone through, whether you put these swords in this shield or not, you're still, as a result of now understanding and knowing, awakening to your connection to the Most High, and taking those limits off of how God can show up in your life, you're worthy of enduring and pushing forward and mending this broken-hearted energy. This person sitting out here in the rain, not giving no damns. It's like, cleanse me. I can't believe I went through this shit. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe they did that to me. But what's on the other side is that spiritual endurance that he didn't even know he had available to him. But this is at the top of the deck. And so at some point, you come to understand that with God, all things are possible. Through Christ who, through Christ, what's the words? What's the phrase? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Again, strength card energy. The number 8, major arcana in the tarot. Regardless of what you have gone through, put forth that work. Not only for your inner child, but also for future generations. And if you don't plan on having kids, you still have a responsibility to contribute to society and the healing and uplifting of the consciousness of society. And so in many ways, you will encounter and meet people who are like your children. This is very much speaking to a masculine energy, whether you are a man or a woman, because at the bottom of the deck you have the King of Pentacles. This man here, he's sitting there comfortable. He got his fur on. He got his look like some suede pants, leather boots, nice shit. He's worked hard to get to where he is. He's a provider, a protector. He's generous. He makes sure the family's straight. He's very much this man putting forth that work, using what he got to get what he wants. Having had a vision of what success looks like to him, and then making a plan and putting it in action. And this is what it leads him to. Abundance. Again, whether masculine or feminine. And if you're a feminine, this could be very well speaking to you meeting a counterpart who is in a financially stable position, and he ain't stingy. He's a giver. He's a provider. He don't mind. And he's sitting out amongst the garden and out in nature because he's a very down-to-earth man. Not arrogant and cocky. You know what I'm saying? Even though he kind of looked like it. But a king. A lot of the masculines that I'm familiar with, if this resonates with you, for a lot of you, what's been going on is you moving from that page or knight energy in your life and maturing to the King of Pentacles, moving your way up to the Emperor. Because like I say all the time, honey, it takes a queen and a king to build and run a kingdom or queendom. But it takes an emperor and an empress to build an empire. So you don't stop here. You keep growing, you keep learning, you keep maturing. You keep moving through obstacles. You keep planning and taking action. You keep being open to God sending abundance into your life in God's own way. You keep manifesting so that you can continue to evolve and grow. I'm going to close the message out with the angels of abundance. And it's so befitting that it would be, honey, this card fell out on top of happy success and planning and action. And so we're going to take it. I'm not even finna shuffle these. What fell out before I could even open the box good was the power of prayer. Get you somebody that you comfortable with praying with. It says, give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. This shit right here, if this is what kind of energy you in, pray about it. Give it to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. Pray about it, give it to God, and wait for the sign. And when God reveals what your next step needs to be, move. Move toward happy success. Move toward what it is that you know you deserve, and move toward it optimistically. And release your resentments about money. This is what's in the cards for you. He's straight. He got money in the bank, and he got something to spend and splurge, and he got enough to make sure everybody's straight. But you're going to have to get rid of that stinking thinking and imposter syndrome and feel like you are deserving of, make room mentally and emotionally and spiritually for this type of abundance to show up in your life. And I'm hearing some of y'all got it. Y'all just stingy. Some of y'all got that bank. Y'all got that coin. You just sitting on it. You know what I'm saying? You're real particular about how you spending it and who you spending it on, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But if due to past circumstances, you got it, but you don't want to spend it because you've been hurt or burnt by somebody before, this is a whole new situation. This is a rebirth for you. This is a shift in your consciousness. And so that kind of lack consciousness and paranoia, you need to leave that shit in 2023. Or if you following the astrological calendar, by March, you need to have worked on shifting your consciousness into abundance consciousness, so that you don't take that into the next chapter of your life, because this is your rightful place. And you're going to get bored sitting out there by yourself. Being stingy. So release your resentments about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentments about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract, support, and golden opportunities. These opportunities coming in, what I say, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And you're not going to be able to attract it in your life and manifest it when you are miserly. When you holding on to that coin with tight fist and don't want to share it. Or the thing that's keeping you from love is that you don't want to take on that responsibility of caring for somebody financially, or whatever the case. And how you know the person want to be cared for financially. Like, have those conversations when you planning and mapping out what action you going to take. If this is relevant to a love dynamic or a relationship, or it could be even a business partnership, because in some business partnerships, if there's apprehension about the person wanting your financial investment, if you don't know that until y'all discuss it, right? Bottom of the deck, words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms, and that is what you attract for yourself and others. When I teach my debunking the myth of grind culture class, I share with the students the 10 principles of abundance according to John Randolph Price, I think is his name. And so I'm going to share that with you guys so that you can use that as a pillar for shifting how you speak about abundance, because many of us, we're magicians, we're master manifestors, and what we say we bring into our 3D reality, we manifest. And so you want to be mindful of how you talk about abundance, not just money, but having, period, being provided for, period. You want to speak positively. That is something that has been helping me a lot. And this year I have had to intentionally shift how I speak about abundance from moment to fucking moment, literally. Like, I catch myself saying something negative and I'm like, cancel, clear, delete. And that's a tool you can use to, like, tap your wrist and do cancel, clear, delete when you say some shit you know you don't want to manifest. You're gonna have them dark thoughts, but again, you got to shift into optimism. So when you find yourself in this space, it only creates obstacles and storms for you. You want to shift into this space, because God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Share that shit. Quit being stingy. You gonna get it back and then some. Especially if you're using your discernment to invest it in something or someone who you yielding the reward and just having that person around, or having that person's partnership, or you know what I'm saying? Like, the reward may not be that they can give you the money back. The reward may be that they can give you some sound advice, or they can help you make some connections, or they can put you in some rooms with some people who you would benefit from, or you just never know. You know what I'm saying? So you want to open that purse or that merce up a little bit more in 2024, and make sure that in your dynamics you're being reciprocal, that you're being more giving, and that you are operating in the according to the law of abundance and the law of reciprocity. So yeah, y'all, this episode long as shit, but it being the reading that really is laying the foundation for the new year, I think it's in alignment in terms of length. But if you are needing assistance in any way, a detailed private reading, contact me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. I got some dope stuff that I am planning to unveil by the spring, and so stay tuned for that. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also like the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend about what's going on over here at Turquoise Majesty. And if you think someone may benefit from the message that came forth about the new year, share the video with them. Leave your comments down below should you have resonated with the reading. And until next time, peace.